It is time for Gui, which is just as early as my face. Some green worms for you. Watch me eat this whole thing. Wow. Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am currently in Vietnam. That's my sister. And I want to show you everything I eat on my trip. Now we're going to go out for some breakfast. Jamie's also wearing white.
I'm getting mosquito bites.
Let's go. Craving this combination for such a long time. So fresh fruit and Vietnamese food as a combination is honestly just about perfect, and the fruit was so delicious. I've been living in Seoul for over half a year now, so I was missing fresh fruit so much. So we skipped lunch and instead had an early dinner, and they made this amazingly delicious rice, and with that we had octopus, beef. All of that was mixed with a lot of vegetables. Then we also had fish soup, but I think for me the highlight was the fish in the back. Because of its spices, the way they prepared it, it was perfect. So right now we're right in front of the beach. So this is how it looks like. When I was really small and I saw these green thingies, I always called them, oh, green worms. And I always told my mom, oh, I really like those green worms. Obviously, they're not worms. This is chad. This is like jelly texture. And honestly, like a lot of people really like to mix it a lot, but I don't. I just like to have everything kind of at one spot. My dad was laughing at me. This is so yummy. Some green worms for you. It's so delicious. You see this little red dot right in the front? Now that hits different. It's really delicious, especially when it's hot and you want something refreshing. Cha is the way to go. I am having bánh cuốn for breakfast again, but this time a little bit more. Yay! Bánh cuốn was so good. I'm going to go for a second round. Supermarket with my family, and oh my god, I love the bread section. My mom used to pack me like sandwich with this on top, and everyone used to ask me if I'm eating pear. I really like rice cake. I really like jelly, but this is like not the brand that I usually eat. So let's continue looking for the brand that I actually like. This in a really long time. Let's start with a strong one that is my favorite. Obviously it's the lychee flavor one. I honestly grew up with this whenever we used to go to Vietnam, only when I was a very young child. I had this like every year, and then I never got to really open it, so as of right now I'm also not really able to open it, so I just take it between my teeth and then rip it down. And as you can see, there's a small little jelly in the jelly, and that's what I love about it the most. That there are two textures, and then you just do this, and then you slurp it. And this is how I used to eat like a whole pack. Let's try this one. I know this from childhood. It's this milky purple color, where I don't really know what the flavor is. Purple one is towel. I want to try the coconut flavor one as well. Very delicious. Now we got two more flavors, mango and cantaloupe. Let's try the cantaloupe one first. Tastes a little bit too artificial. Mango. Very yummy. And I remember as a child, I put these up like this, and I literally had like this much. Time for lunch.
Con có ăn được cái này không? Thôi con tự lấy đi.
Pork
Dạ,
belly.
dạ, dạ.
And this
Con ăn bao nhiêu con tự lấy đi.
is spring rolls with some rice noodles, and I think this is fish sauce.
Mai chị My đi, con ở nhà ha.
I love Vietnamese food. It always reminds me of home. Wow. It is time for dinner. So hungry. Let's go. Đó.
Dạ. Con cháu.
It is not summer roll.
Dạ.
I like summer roll more. Okay, super flavorful, super fresh. How else does it taste? What? High quality. We also got some summer rolls, which I love. We also got some spring rolls, which obviously is going to be amazing. So delicious. Do you see how like golden brown it is? So yummy. I'm going to try a very typical avocado milk drink. Gell? Tastes like avocado ice cream. Yeah. It's richtig lecker, no? Nice. We got some fruit. This is my first time trying a red dragon fruit. Tastes like a dragon fruit. Nothing. One thing I really like to eat is papaya. Mango. 11 out of 10. In the morning we had quite a heavy breakfast. It was rice with pork skin, some regular pork, cucumbers, cabbage, and soup. I think vegetable soup. I'm gonna take a bite of this meat. Dessert for breakfast, only in Vietnam. Whoa. They're so yummy. I really like these like pearls. They're so delicious in coconut. I left Saigon and flew to Nha Trang, and in the morning I had pho with my aunt, which was so delicious. Even though it was hot, it felt refreshing at the same time. My aunt then also got a bunch of coconuts. You have to drink coconut water in Vietnam, of course. And then my mom and my grandma made something to eat for lunch. It was a very sweet moment because I haven't seen my grandma and my family in such a long time. And I'm so impressed with my grandma that even though she's already in her 80s, she still cooks for the whole family every single day. The food was so delicious. It was really balanced. We had some vegetables, some fish, some soup, and rice. All in all together was the perfect meal for me. I just really enjoyed eating with my family, and yeah, I think it's one of my most cherished moments, especially now that I'm not sure when I'm going to see my family in Vietnam next. For dinner, we went to one of the biggest theme parks in Vietnam. It's called Vin Pearl. We went to this apparently quite famous seafood restaurant. So first we had some oysters, which I think was the second time or the third time I've ever had oysters. It was such a long time ago, and it was really delicious. It really was. It tasted really fresh, but I feel like the raw taste and texture of it kind of, didn't make me feel that great, or I don't know, I think I don't like that texture very much. But I actually ended up eating a lot of oysters because the taste was still really, really delicious. And we also had this really amazing rice soup with lobsters in it, which was really delicious. Like, the rice soup itself was really, really delicious. Everyone really, really liked it. I think my highlight was the lobster. It tasted so fresh, so good, so delicious. I've never, I think, eaten lobster like that ever in my life, and it was definitely a really big highlight, and everyone, of course, really loved it as well. And I can't say anything else but that it was really, really delicious. To finish the day on a high note and put the cherry on top, we ended up eating cha for dessert. It was not the typical cha, but it was still very refreshing and exactly what you need when it's so warm. And you know, in Vietnam, it's very, very hot. So yeah, ended the day on a high note. Breakfast time.
This is what my mom is eating. My mom brought some eggs, also a bunch of juice, and this is the breakfast feast. This is watermelon juice. Very sweet. This is Vietnamese rice cake, and obviously dunk it into fish sauce. Very delicious. Nothing better than fish sauce in the morning. And then we have another bite. So I'm going to try some beef. The beef is super delicious, so juicy. So good. Now the egg. This transparent thingy, another Vietnamese rice something, dunk it into fish sauce. Also very delicious.
Today was my last day in Nha Trang with my family on my mother's side. So for lunch, we went to this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful restaurant that was, honestly, the way they built it, I am in awe. And the food was also, of course, very delicious. I can't even tell you all the things that were there. There was bánh xèo, there was, what else? I actually don't know. But yeah, it was absolutely delicious, traditional Vietnamese food, and I really ate to my limits. Last family dinner in Nha Trang. I am filled with the most amazing food and the most amazing memories. And now let's head back to Saigon.
It is my last day in Vietnam before I go to Seoul, meaning my last day and my last opportunities to eat fruit. So for breakfast, we are having papaya. So cool in Vietnam, like they pre-cut it for you already, so all you need to do is basically take the seeds out. Da, 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 da. Papaya, man. So freaking good. We got more food. Oh my god, this is something sweet. This is definitely guay. And this, James, is also guay, but with sesame seeds, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Got some pork belly, fish sauce. Oh my god. Now this is really the final product, the final breakfast. This is what we're eating for breakfast. My sister's already putting it in a small little bowl. And then all she needs to do is also use some fish sauce. This is how you do it. And then I'm just going to roll from here all the way until here. And then I dunk it into fish sauce. I love that it's like super fresh because of the lettuce. Then you have a little bit of noodle, and then the meat is so crispy and juicy. I'm just so delicious. It is time for guay, which is just as oily as my face. This is basically just fried dough. This is how it looks like. You can just tear it apart like this, and then you just eat it. Mom makes it better. Yeah? Mom can make it better. This is chat. Usually it's warm, but I want to eat it cold because I'm too patient to wait. It's basically mochi outside, like rice cake, and the inside is yellow beans, and they make this kind of outside sauce with, I think, cane sugar, ginger, something like that. And all together, it's this chat. Final dinner in Vietnam. Got some stir-fried noodles with some shrimp. I'm not sure, seafood or fish. And then what we had this noon, because we had a lot of food left over. Alright, first things first is stir-fried glass noodles and seafood. It's really refreshing. Then we got some pork belly. The skin outside, it's like perfectly crisp. So tasty. Now I'm going to mix everything in my bowl. Some meat, veggies, fish sauce. Delicious. My dad just brought out some fried rice. I'm going to have one bite of the fried rice before I go back to eating fruit. So delicious. Jackfruit. So delicious. Watch me eat this whole thing. I failed. I am currently at the airport and my time in Vietnam is unfortunately over. I'm really sad. My stepmother cut and brought me some papaya, which I'm going to enjoy during the flight. It takes 5.5 hours for me to go from Saigon to Seoul. And she also packed me some mango, so I have mango and papaya to enjoy during that flight. And yeah, this is everything I ate during my time in Vietnam, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Bye!